For most of us who watched the televised Iran-Contra hearings in 1987, the enduring image we came away with was the memory of an unapologetic and resolute Lieutenant Colonel Oliver North delivering testimony in a Marine uniform.
I know what I did, I know why I did it, I know where I'm going, and I know why I'm going there. And there's a lot of folks, I suppose, our colleagues in the media, who've got a different perspective on it. But the bottom line of it was I had a chance to work for the greatest president of the 20th century. He wanted to save the lives of Americans being tortured to death in dungeons in Beirut. He wanted to keep a freedom fighter army alive in Latin America that had been sent into the field of combat by the Congress. We were dealing with communism then. This is jihadism now. And we're going to have a long and difficult struggle with that. As the President, George Bush, said, it's not just about one guy. It's not just about one country. It's about dealing with this whole threat that is basically aimed square at the heart of this country.
The terrorist North mentioned in his testimony was not Osama bin Laden. However, to the extent that bin Laden was known to the Western world in 1987, it was not as a terrorist, but one of the U.S.-backed freedom fighters participating in the war against the Soviet occupation of Afghanistan.
I honestly did not know when I was putting the map of Iraq in the front of this book 2 years ago when I started it, that this map is going to be the battle map for what we're about to see happen. And it turns out that particular place right there, Tikrit, which is where he's got his hometown palace, is probably going to be the place that's the tripwire for the inspectors, because there's no way he's going to allow those inspectors to probe through that enormous palace that he's got there. Well, I just want to thank the people of Deerfield and Books A Million for a great chance to come by and sign copies of Mission Compromised, which happens to be a good novel about, well, Iraq, weapons of mass destruction, Saddam Hussein, Osama bin Laden, special operations troops who go in to take out those weapons of mass destruction, and remarkably prophetic in spite of the fact they turned the manuscript in on the 10th of September, 2001.